to what they actually believed. So I laid out, remember what I said in the beginning, I'm building and understanding this bridge of understanding, and I'm putting these pillars under the bridge.
Yeah.
These are all pillars under the bridge so this bridge can stand when I lay it out. As I'm going through this thought process in my head, I'm asking myself, I'm going back and forth, okay, imagination is real, right? If I imagine a jet taking off right next to me, I can hear it. I can feel water if I put my hand in water. So why is it that it's so hard to accept this is real? Because according to Edward, this writer, that's the only thing that's stopping you from manifesting. So I dug deeper to understand, to convince myself that this actually is real, to erase all doubt. If I were to tell you that there's this thing called, actually no, let me not approach it that way. Just because you cannot see something physically doesn't mean it doesn't exist, literally. For example, gravity. Gravity is absolutely invisible, yet we see the effects of it. Imagination is invisible, yet we see the effects of it. Everything that's in your room right now is an effect of imagination. Imagination is the cause. My phone being on the seat of my car right now is that's happening because of gravity. Gravity is affecting everything. Imagination is affecting everything. Johnny, right now you're seeing out of your eyes, right?
Yeah.
That's your senses. You're using your eyes to sense reality. But your eyes can't see everything. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Your eyes can't see X-rays. It can't see radio waves. It can't see gamma rays. In fact, your eyes can only see a very, very tiny percentage of the actual amount of light that's bouncing all around you. Yet even though you cannot see a gamma ray, if a bunch of gamma rays were to enter that room right now, you wouldn't see it, but it would affect you tremendously, correct?
Correct.
The only way you can see those waves is through other senses, right? Other instruments.
Right.
So here's how you view your mind. You view your mind as a tuning instrument that tunes into other wavelengths, and these wavelengths are different things that you can imagine. So as soon as I got this realization, I caught it. I was like, yes. So that's absolutely true. Everything that I'm seeing in my mind, it exists right now. It exists. There was a song playing on the radio, and the song is in the song. But this song existed 5,000 years ago. But the only reason why people weren't listening to it 5,000 years ago is because nobody found it in imagination and then created it. Everything is already created. Everything already exists. So manifesting is just bringing out what already is. So, as soon as I came to this realization, I now convinced myself everything I see in my mind is real. So that begs another question. If everything in my mind is real, how come I don't manifest everything I want or everything I imagine? Right? Sometimes I imagine terrible things. And I realize there's a reason for that. If I manifested every single thing that I think about, bro, what the right? I've had terrible nightmares. Sometimes I imagine a car, a bus hitting me, right, while I'm driving.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that to happen. So as soon as that thought came up, I realized something else Neville Goddard said, which was in his book, Feeling is the Secret. He says, the two parts of your mind, the conscious and then the subconscious. The conscious mind is the guardian that protects the subconscious mind from impressions. The conscious mind is the guardian, and then the subconscious mind is the creator. But the problem with the subconscious mind, it doesn't have any reason. So as soon as it's impressed, boom, automatically it manifests. As soon as it believes this to be true, boom, automatically it manifests. So if I had every single dream, if I go back to every single dream I had, boom, I would manifest all of these things if I didn't have a conscious mind to stop these false impressions. So now understanding that, I have a better relationship with the reasoning of my mind, because I understand it's trying to protect me from false impressions. So what that means now is if I want to manifest something, I need to coerce, or I need to caress my subconscious mind in the way that it only receives information, which is feeling. The subconscious mind does not reason. As soon as the conscious mind completely feels that something is true, boom, it manifests. So now, whenever I'm meditating, whenever I'm visualizing something, I need to approach everything in a way of acceptance, accepting it to be true. This is true. In fact, the fact that I heard this plane take off, right? That actually happened. That's real. I need to, just like Neville Goddard says, I need to extend my sensory vividness in the scene. Hear the beach. Feel the sand on my feet. Feel the glass. How does it taste? And then while I'm experiencing this, gently remind myself, this is real. This is real. And the moment that I completely surrender to the feeling that this is real, boom, a shift happens. The way Edward explains it is that you get a feeling. It's almost like, it's not like any other feeling you've ever felt before. It's not like gratitude. It's like that moment where you have deja vu. It possesses your awareness for a second. You realize a shift took place. And once that happened, once you accept your imaginal acts as real, that shift takes place. And you notice it because you've now accepted this to be real. And then it's done. You completely become indifferent to wanting this thing to happen because it already happened. You just went through it. It's impossible to keep desiring something you already have. Johnny, if you look at your right hand, you cannot want a right hand because you already have one. Now, if you didn't have one, if you weren't born with one, you'd be desiring one. But it's impossible for you to desire a right hand because you got one. So you know you reached the mark of impressing your subconscious mind when you become completely indifferent to wanting it anymore. So as a quick recap, the reason why I had this conversation with you is because I came to an intellectual understanding. Everything that I see in my mind exists. And just because I can't see it with my eyes and I can't feel it with my hands, it doesn't mean that it doesn't literally exist, because my mind is like a radio. It tunes into different frequencies. I can't see X-rays. I can't see gamma rays. I can't see gravity. I can't see electromagnetism. But these are all forces that control the world. Imagination is another force. Look around. Everything you see is a product of imagination. Everything that you see had to have been imagined first. Imagination is a force of the universe. So I've come to this acceptance now, and now I understand why everything I think of just doesn't manifest. Because if I manifested everything I thought of, man, imagine all the crazy that would have happened to me. Because sometimes your mind plays tricks on you. But that's why you have the conscious mind as that guardian that stands at the door to your subconscious mind and say, no, I don't accept this. This is why when you're trying to imagine something in your meditation, these thoughts come up, these doubts come up, because your conscious mind is trying to protect you from something that is new. So you need to get the conscious mind out of the way for something that you're purposefully impressing. So this idea can go to your subconscious mind. And then, boom, it manifests. It has to happen. It cannot exist as something that you believe you are and not manifest. And that concludes my thought process.